Lynn Sutton. I'm the managing principal of Kairos Worldwide. We are a consulting firm that specializes in business process reengineering, which in short means that we help organizations from as small as your local hospital to as large as the U.S. Navy as they work towards streamlining their operations and cutting their costs.
What is the biggest challenge facing growth strategies for small business brands today?
When I think about growth strategies for small business, for us it's something that evolves over time. So you create that growth strategy and go after the opportunity, but you have to remain very flexible because the climate is changing so rapidly and can change so very, very quickly. And we see that not only in our own small business, but even for that of our clients. So our experiences actually mirror or mimic exactly what our clients are going through. And just as we do for them, we have to be prepared to adjust to those new strategies, kind of come up with a new plan, be able to reach out to resources very quickly. And so for us, it's really helpful to be visible to our clients, and it's helpful for those that are support for us to also be very visible to us.
What is the biggest opportunity facing brands today?
You know, from what we've seen, I think the biggest opportunity for us, for small businesses, and even for many of the larger ones now, is really in social media and in all of the interactions that are out there. What we have seen when we look for individual resources, and I'll just take it back to that, we've always had the motto that if we could go with a referral, that would be so much better. And these days, when it comes to finding new clients, when it comes to larger organizations finding vendors, social media comes across as more of a referral basis, because now you're meeting people through other people that you've worked with, through other organizations that you've worked with, through connections that you're already more secure with. And that gives you a much warmer handshake. It's like that warm introduction that's needed. And that we've found to be really the greatest, the hottest opportunity when it comes to a small business entering into new industries, larger spaces, larger organizations.
What is your take on the concept content is capital?
Well, we know content is capital is the marketing terminology. But for us, we're process thinkers. I mean, we're process engineers. We tend to look at it from that angle. And when we therefore analyze our marketing plan in order to better strategize in that area, we considered the fact that for us, a lot of the work that we do is really in the operational category. So we work with a lot of operations managers. However, we were starting to find that for many of our clients, they might have a problem in one area, be it operations or be it finance, but they were taking that problem to their HR departments. And it was the HR folks that would then reach out to find us. So for us, that helped us develop the strategy that said we not only need to be in front of the operations folks or be in front of the finance folks, but we need to also go where the HR folks go when they are tossing around these new problems. Where do they look? Where do they find the thought leaders in certain areas? So that helped to broaden our marketing strategy a bit, to not only just look at the areas in which that we'd served, the functional areas, but to also then branch out to have a more holistic plan when it came to that marketing strategy and looking at where we were placing our content.
How does brand add value to the business development process?
Our experience has shown that the brand has made all the difference in the world, or establishing the right brand. I think when we started the business, we really struggled with that. What does our brand look like? Who are we, and how do we want people to see us? But right at about 2007, so before the economy really started to take a nosedive, we really got very solid with that. We got the right team in place, we got the right brand laid out. And what we saw after that was significant. We saw clients or potential clients that were looking at our materials and therefore looking at us in a brand new light, and recognizing much more readily the skills that our team had, looking much more at a much clearer picture of the results that were possible and that had been achieved thus far. And what we saw after that was significant growth in terms of new clients and revenues. We actually saw our revenues double each year since the time that we started, since we established that brand. And we have also seen a big decrease on our side, just on the sales cycle, the typical sales cycle, where we had been putting in RFP after RFP just in responding to and trying to get new business. Once we established the brand and made sure that we were out there and visible via the internet and via newsletters with a very constant and consistent brand, we started to have clients that were reaching out for us. The brand helped to differentiate us from from our competitors in such a way that we no longer had to compete the same way that we had to before. Clients were actually reaching out for us and asking us very specifically, we see what you can do, we see what you have done, can you do this for us? And that is, so therefore our whole sales process just changed drastically with having the right brand in place.